Hi, Dave Snyder here. It is the 22nd morning of March 2014. And I'll just start. I don't even know what I'm making this video about, but I'm going to start out by saying I don't know why people still have their start menu down here in the corner. It must be just because they're used to that. But when you're sitting at your desk and your monitor is right in front of you, basically, usually right in front of you, directly, the center of this is right, pretty much centered with your eyes. I don't know. I always had it there too for the longest time, but I mean, within the last year, I think I started putting it up there. Or you know what it was? I had that big 42-inch screen, and I had it at the end of my, kind of at the end of my bed, and I always had to look up. It was easier to look up here than it was to try to look down here, and because I always had stuff sitting on my headboard right here, that would block the menu. So that's probably why I started doing it. I think it is why I started putting it up here, right? Because I couldn't set nothing in the way of this menu up here. So, but anyways, after doing that, I realized that when you're sitting at your desk, it is a lot easier to just kind of glance upwards instead of downwards. I don't know, it just seems easier. So I've had mine up here for a while now, and it is so much better, I think. I don't know, and I always have the auto hide on. That's just a little tip. I think you just got to drag it from one. You just got to grab it and drag it up here or something. And it'll stay up there. I think that's how you do it. But anyways, let's see what we got today. I don't even know what to do here. Earlier, I was working on. Let's see what the weather's like. I think the last thing I was working on was Africa. I think I ended up leaving it where it was though. Oh, I moved it. Okay. I was trying to, because I know, I've seen, like I mentioned before, I've seen the Red Sea in the weather over here, right here, one time. It was like right over the New Madrid fault line, right? And you can see it. You can actually see, I don't know, kind of where it was, but it was like right here, perfect straight line right here, and it was absolutely weather. It was shaped by this area right here at one time in Earth's history. There's no question that weather that I seen that day in Africa was shaped exactly like the Red Sea. Had this area right here perfectly. I mean, I can show it to you. I mean, it was the Red Sea. I showed it before, and I'll show it again. Is that it? That might not be it. Well, let's find out. That's it. That's it. Turn off the rest of this weather and borders. I shouldn't have had those on, but see this area right here? See this top part right here? I don't have it right over the Red Sea. I didn't put. What the hell? I'll go ahead and put it there. And when we do that, you will see what I'm talking about. I hope. This area right here goes in that area. You see what I'm trying to do, right? Goes right in here. It's a weather picture I saved one day last year sometime. And look at the shape. Now you got to understand this line right here that they're drawing for this in the center of this Red Sea there is probably more or less a guesstimate of what it looks like. You know what I mean? It's not showing that straight line like this right here. That's probably more or less what it looks like there underneath. But you can see if you just kind of move this over, and plus I might, it's hard to get it all perfect. You got to get the right lines in the right place. But then you see how it comes to this point down at the bottom and kind of curves in like this. You see that? And you see this same thing right here come in like this. See that? and then you come up here. You can see the shape of the land. This is here in the land. You can see it. This little area here. A little bit off, but it goes in there. You see this weather shaping itself the same right there as this area here. You back it off. You just look it over. You'll eventually figure it out. It goes here, and then when you move this, if you were to take North America and put it here, what it does is it puts like Colorado or like the West Coast like right in here. And I was messing with it earlier. I don't know. I've seen that. You can see where the weather pattern is. There's Florida right there, right? Florida's right there, East Coast. And this was coming down like this. I guess basically either the fault line, the New Madrid fault line, or it was like the Mississippi Delta. But I mean, you see how straight that line was. The line was straight. It was right here. And you just go and put the two together, and you move things around, and you kind of just figure things out. Start to see things, turn on some weather to confirm. And let's see, what's I doing here? This was this one, right? Now it's hard to get Africa the right size because it's starting to go toward the pole there. And I'm not sure I was even in the right place at the time, but it's kind of lining up the weather that I seen right here, this little area here, and I don't know if I was just kind of stopped before I finish it. Maybe it goes right there. Gotta move it down a little bit. Let's see. I'd probably put the Red Sea in a better place. The weather is just awesome. It's so awesome. It just shows everything. Once you get the hang of it and start to see, realize where things have been. See, I've had this area right here, I've had this area right here before, right next to Africa, end up right here before, and have it fit real well. So when I see that start to show like that, then that's just another thing I wonder about, And you gotta look at the landscape, see if anything. I've never been anywhere, so I don't know the landscape in America really. Just the western United States. So I have to watch videos to see the geology of the area. Try to, anyways, do the best I can with that. And that probably doesn't even go like that, but I was just looking. I had it actually a better alignment of this over here, and I shouldn't have moved it. To be honest. There's another one I was going to bring up. Oh yeah, down here by Antarctica. The weather right here, I've pointed this out before too. This weather you see, it's not, Google weather is really so bad, like I say all the time, but it used to be really good. It used to show some really crazy patterns down here. It might come back. I don't know. Maybe it's just the season. I don't think so though. I think they're kind of making it that way on purpose. Not showing you the full weather. Like Wonder Map shows you way better weather, right? You can see everything in the color. This right here would go in the Sahara Desert right here, and I've saved some weather here from a long time ago and put it up there, and I'm going to see if I can find it right now actually. Let's see. It's going way up here. Oh, wait, maybe not. This one here. Pretty sure that's because was it this one? I had something else lined up there. It was a different picture. I remember. Let's see if I got the other picture. So up here. I think what I got to do is turn on the Mo application placement. No, not that one. Africa. I don't think it was that one. It wasn't this picture. It was something else. Different picture. Anyways, turn that off. Just thinking out loud, that's all. This is one I moved since I thought I had it perfect, or maybe I didn't. I don't know. Let's see. Check with the weather. See, that's a nice picture of Tycho right there. That I want to find that. That's what I'm gonna work on next. Let's just move that around. Let's check the weather with the first here. Sucks. Look at that spot right there. See, you can see something round right there. See that? It falls right into place. It's kind of weird. That's probably should be right there though. Yeah, I think that's where I probably had it originally. Because it seems like it's a little farther this way. Did I have it over Tonga? No, I had it over Tonga before. Let's try this one. See what happens. Oh yeah, turn it. Now I'm gonna check that right there. Without the weather on. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. And then look at this band that comes off the side right here. Look at this. Watch. Watch this. Oh, that's nice. And then I think I see this curve too. Oh, man. The reason I lined it this direction was I was seeing this pattern up here. See this black pattern here? I was looking at that like it was going to go with these islands right here. See the islands, the pattern, shape of the islands. Watch. Let me show you here. See how they come up to this at this angle here? There's like an angle right there. I was trying to bring that. I thought they would fall more like down this way. Maybe they do. Maybe make it smaller or something. No, can't do that. Then that won't fall into place. Well, we'll have to leave that one in place because I see this line that shoots through here. I see something right there. See that right there? That kind of falls into place. And you just have to check things out. Maybe don't go there, but check it out. I'm betting that weather, with that weather showing that, I'm betting it does. Because here's this right here, look. Right there. That's that straight line right there. But I'm not going to move it to line it up to that. So we just have to remember when next time it's a little bit low, is that this ray that comes off the Tycho is just a little low. But you can see it. It's the same length, parallel with it. Here's the Tycho, and here's this little curve you see right there. Pretty nice. See the same radius on that curve, or whatever you want to call it. I see this right here fitting perfectly in that little spot. Oh man, that fits so nice. And then this line comes down through on the earth here. Very nice. Weather is showing most. we should get an image from Wonder Maps on this one. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Have to do that right now. Maps. Wow, got some speed tonight a little bit. Cool. Last night was just ridiculous. Alright, so, seen what that weather just showed. That was a mess. First time I lined it up like that, I think. That was pretty impressive. Impressed myself a little bit. Nah, that happens all the time. I'm not kidding. That happens all the time. So I'm right here, right? It's right here. That area. I don't know, this doesn't really show much here either. Really, it's not going to show much more. It doesn't really even have that line so much on this one. Not as good as the other one, I don't think. So I'm not going to waste my time, I don't think. Well, it might give us a little more. I mean, this has got to be a drawing of the moon anyway, right? It looks like a drawing to me. Possibly. That's some kind of negative drawing or something. Not very bad, though. Unless they drew it to fit the weather. That's pretty cool, though, right there. It's starting to change too. You see that it's not as round as it was a few minutes ago. This area here doesn't look as round. It was a few minutes ago. See that? It's changed. So I'm going to leave it right here just because it has changed, and I don't want to lose this. So I'm just leave it there. Comes right off that edge. See this curve right here a little bit. This kind of peeks out here. I should get a white piece of paper, a white piece back behind it, but yeah, you can see what I'm talking about. That's starting to change too. See that was still in there. Still fits nicely in there. Alright, that's it, I guess. That's enough for the night. Yeah, good, or good morning, actually. Have a good morning, good day.